Well, thank you for sitting with me for a few minutes. Want to kind of give you guys a all-around update on everything here. Um, Man, life changes quickly, especially when you want it to. So I'm basically living my dream. Kellyanne and I have been on the road nonstop. We are basically full-time RVers at this point. We swung back home because we had to take care of a number of things at this short-term rental property that I'm sitting at, and take care of a number of issues on the rig. So we've got some help coming tomorrow. Some of it's functionality, some of it is cosmetic, but man, these things just rattle apart when you're driving around. So over the last 7 weeks or so, we've been desert hopping. I basically made the official decision that I had had it with winter. I've been saying it every year. I just do not care for the snow like I used to. And after falling out of this rig on New Year's Eve day, which I so proudly posted a video of, broke my rib. I said, that's it. Let's get the hell out of here. And so after I was done healing up, we did just that. And we're living a dream that I've had for, essentially my entire life now, guys. And I know a lot of you guys share this dream because I talk with you and you guys say, oh my God, I've always wanted to do that. So for those of you who have always wanted to be full-time RVers, just know that it comes with the ups and the downs, no question about it. Because it is so exciting, I think you can fight through the downs a little easier than if you really weren't excited by the idea. But the adventure is a blast. It is thrilling. It is scary. The learning curve is pretty steep. And it's been going really, really well. And in fact, Kellyanne and I both equally enjoy it. A little tougher this time around because we have our second pup who we rescued in December. And she's a little trickier, a little more hyper, more puppy-ish than our first dog, Dolce. And it took a little more patience than the way Dolce likes to travel. So, so anyway, we've been having a blast. Okay. Problem has been this. I have found it almost impossible to post. It has been freaking frustrating. I don't have the bandwidth. Some channels I like to watch are of people that also spend their entire lives traveling the world. There's this one couple I follow, and I can't think of the name of the channel offhand, but they live on a boat. And they still manage to post regularly. I have absolutely no idea how they're doing it. I'm not super tech savvy, and I've been looking for solutions to enhance bandwidth. Perhaps if you guys know of some, throw them in the comment section below. I've got an eye on a couple of things here. But in the meantime, in all honesty, this trip has made it very difficult to spend my time filming with everything else we have going on. A lot of the time we're on the road, we're driving, and Kellyanne cannot handle a 43-foot fifth wheel with the big dually truck. She's awesome at driving that truck, but man, you hitch it up, she just feels a little too intimidated to get behind the wheel. So it has cut into my available time while I'm still running all of my other companies and my businesses. They've been going really well, folks. I manage my real estate. I want to get into some of that with you. I want to talk a little bit today about my investments into cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin as well. That thing has been going unbelievably. In fact, I'm up over 500% right now in Dogecoin, which I think is not necessarily great for the crypto asset class. But, I'm not complaining about a $5,500 profit on a $1,000 investment either. So I want to touch on that real briefly today. I'm going to give you an all-around update, but I wanted to start by first and foremost apologizing to you guys for sort of blindsiding you with this update that Michael Matthew, who's a dear friend of mine, somebody I trust wholeheartedly, somebody who has had an amazing response here on our channel, who has worked with a number of our audience members and has had all glowing feedback, except for really just two situations where after further research, I was really able to pinpoint the problem. And I thought, hey, nobody better, truly, if not him, then no one, whereby he could sort of supplement my inability to get you guys the content that you really need right now. At the end of the day, there is more opportunity than I have ever seen in my lifetime. I think one could possibly make the argument that there is more opportunity right now than perhaps in history. And I think over the next 10 years, if you play your cards right now and you hedge against the imminent inflation that is coming due to the government plowing more and more US dollars into the economy, that you could stand to be part of what will realistically be one of the largest transfers of wealth that exist. As you know, the real estate market is unexplainably parabolical. Why is it going so high? Well, it's mostly inventory related. It's extremely hard right now for developers to build more properties because of the price tag, even just the cost of lumber alone. But I started a company in December, which does drain scoping and hydrojetting. That thing is going phenomenally well. I'm generating right now roughly $4,000 a month passively from that. And it's as passive as it gets. Now, I'm obviously involved with the company decision making. I'm overseeing a lot of the marketing aspect of it and the development of the business, while my partner is out there actually clearing all the drains. He's doing the stuff I don't want to do. On top of that, I made $13,300 in just the first 5 weeks of being on the road from one property in guest rents. That's right, folks. $13,300 from one property in guest rents. Now, I purchased that property for $610,000. That property today might sell for as much as $800,000, $850,000. I don't know. I mean, the way people are paying for houses, maybe it would go for a freaking $1 million. I have no idea. But if I got an appraisal on it, it would probably appraise still for less than $700,000. And yet, $13,300 in rents was achievable in just a 5-week period of time. Because of my collection of solutions that I've put into place as far as the income streams that I generate each and every month, I am able to have a significant surplus of cash flow each and every month. In fact, after all the cleaning fees of $185 per guest, after all of the costs of the hot tub getting cleaned, which is $50 per guest, after the principal, interest, taxes, insurance on the property, after all of the costs of amenities are covered, like Q-tips and floss sticks and K-cups and Dixie cups and shampoo, conditioner, body soap, hand soap, body lotion, laundry detergent, dishwasher detergent, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, combined with the cost of utilities, as well as the depreciation on the use of the utilities, which I factor in. We even profited over $7,000 on that house during that 5-week period. That is more than enough money for us to both live and travel for free, to have spending money, and have a surplus of cash flow to invest in long-term net worth assets. And in my case, over the last 7 months-ish, since the very end of August, so whatever that turns out as, is 7 or 8 months, I've put in $240,000 worth of surplus cash flow into crypto, most specifically Bitcoin. Full transparency, I've dabbled with a number of different alternative coins. I currently hold 5 different tokens right now. 300,000 plus right now is in Bitcoin. And I'm up, as of 2021, anywhere between $110,000 up to $175,000, depending on the day. Just 2 days ago, that number was as low as $110,000. It is by far the most volatile asset that I have from one day to the next. From the biggest long-term potential standpoint, it crushes everything else that I think about investing in, most specifically real estate. And it does require me to contradict some of my long-term philosophies, which have included focusing on investing in income-producing assets. So crypto doesn't pay me every month, right? I do not earn an income from that asset. But when I compare it to long-term buy and hold real estate, which has always been my preference when it came to long-term assets that also earn an income, it again destroys them over the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years plus. There are some amazing features behind this that I intend to bring onto the channel. So we're going to talk more about that as well. All these topics are going to be brought back onto the channel. No question about it. I just wanted to start by saying, look, guys, Michael Matthey is the most trusted person for me to supplement my inability to publish content as frequently as I want to for you guys. And every day that went by while I was on my trip, I was feeling more guilty. It was feeling more of an obligation. And frankly, I was just burning out on the psychological damage that was happening. When you feel guilt, when you feel like something is an obligation, to me, it's the exact opposite of financial freedom. And because everything in my life is taken care of financially forever, I started second guessing everything with the channel, folks. I just wasn't enjoying the burden of not posting. So I thought, I know what I can do here. I can have somebody that I know is going to deliver for you what you deserve. I know that we can maintain and preserve the integrity of the channel by way of it being a non-solicitous approach, meaning even though I have people who have solutions, even Michael Matthey with Little Pink Houses of America, they sell that solution, folks. but it is a non-hard sale strategy. We're not trying to deceive somebody into buying something. We're extremely forthright about what their costs are. That goes for not just Michael, but anybody on our channel that has something that they actually offer. We vet them wholeheartedly ahead of time. I do Google searches. I try to find any skeletons. If there is a skeleton, I address it. If after the vetting process goes smoothly and they're invited on the channel, they come out with some disappointing customer service, response times, or there's an over promise and under delivery, they're removed. And that has happened with a number of the videos on our channel from one or two of the people who were originally welcomed. So just know that the audience advocacy standpoint of this channel is what is most important to me. And it has to be what's most important to Michael or anyone else that's on the channel for them to be welcomed to participate. So that's what you can get. That's what you're going to get. And certainly I would love for you to keep me updated on that. I'm going to be just as involved or more involved than I ever have been, because I'm going to be behind the scenes cross-checking it all. It's much easier for me with a lack of bandwidth to be on the phone with somebody with limited phone reception than it is to try to upload a 10, 15, 20-minute video. It's freaking impossible. At least that's been my experience so far. I've not found the solution yet. Again, leave a comment below on what I should be doing as far as technology is concerned, so that when I'm somewhere like Joshua Tree and I don't have any reception, I can still provide you guys great information, because I think that's going to be what's most important here. I refuse to let the channel just die off, and that wouldn't be good, right? So folks, this is, my humble request for forgiveness. I don't know that I handled it the right way by having Michael jump on and say, hey, here's my face, and here's what I'm going to be posting now. I probably needed to do this a little bit differently, and for that I'm really sorry. But I am going to be on the channel. I'll be on as a guest at times. I'll be on as the featured educator at times. And the channel is only going to get better. I know one thing for sure. After 500 some odd videos of posting for you folks, coming up with new ways of educating about similar types of concepts is very difficult to do. And I think by having an extra fresh set of eyes on this with more brain power, we're going to come up with a significant up-leveling of new content for you. I pray and humbly request from you that you give it a shot. Just please give it a shot, okay? And I am going to be taking all of your feedback to heart, and we will continue to make the adjustments necessary to ensure that this remains one of the most valuable channels on YouTube related to your ability to build your credit, your ability to grow access to your capital, your ability to develop your cash flow, and ultimately build wealth to a point where you have the same freedoms that I'm enjoying right now, where you can be off in a rig like this and enjoying views from all corners of the country, and not feeling so confined as a result of something as terrible as a global pandemic. So I very, very much want you to know that I am eternally humbled and appreciative of you, and that's never going to change, guys. I thank you so much. For those of you that choose not to continue to watch this channel because of my lifestyle decisions, I understand, and wish you the best, of course. For those of you that do stick around, thank you so much. I think you'll find that it was well worth it for you. So I hope that you'll at least keep your subscription active here for a little while longer, and at least give it a shot. So we'll see you on the next video, guys. I will be around on the channel, and you'll see my mug. You'll see more of my mug. Yeah, that's it. We'll see you soon. Keep cash flowing. Bye.